Hello, welcome back to another way forward match reaction. Manchester United have beaten Everton 1-0 at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and it's all thanks once again to Benjamin Sesko. Look, it wasn't a great performance from us. It wasn't an easy game for either side, but Manchester United especially. And it felt like, in large part, it felt like, most times in the game, it was going to come down to one goal. We'll decide it, and thankfully we got the goal and we decided it. Before we get stuck into the preview, like the video, comment your thoughts on the game. Should Sesko start against Crystal Palace? Let us know, and subscribe if you aren't, and follow our socials. Links in the description below. Manchester United are finally back playing football, and yeah, we're back with a win. Look, like I said at the start, the performance wasn't great. From us, I thought both sides today were, especially in the first half, both sides were making silly passes, very clumsy. No one was really, no one really took control of the game. It felt like it could have been anyone's, and I felt like a goal was going to decide it. And like I said, thankfully we got the goal to decide it, and we pretty much had to defend I felt like we had to defend a million corners. Like, after that goal, I felt like we had to defend a million corners. Like, Le Mans was literally had everyone on literally the goal line. Like, Tarkovsky. Why the fuck did Yoro get a yellow, by the way? Tarkovsky, the clown, pushes him. What? Okay, fair enough. I mean, what? If that's anywhere else in the pitch, Tarkovsky gets a booking and Yara walks away. So yeah, I don't know. Referee, I thought the referee was not great today either. Yeah, I thought he gave us a few frees in the game, and I felt like they were soft. And the same goes with Everton as well. I mean, there were some he gave the war frees, but there were also others that he gave were soft. To my United and Everton. But look, I'm happy with the win. Not delighted with the performance, obviously not, but I'll take the win. I'll take the 3 points. They're a massive 3 points. Chelsea dropped 2 points the weekend. Liverpool got a late winner. I mean, look, Liverpool again, they played shit that game. Lucky, I felt they got, but they played shit. They won. They happily took the win. Performance wasn't the best, they'd say, but the win today, performance wasn't great, but we'll take the win. We didn't play as shit as Liverpool did yesterday, but there wasn't really a million miles between. But enough about them. We're talking about Manchester United, but I'm just comparing. So again, and Villa also dropped 2 points as well, so we're 3 points behind third place. So look, top four is where we want to be, but third place, it's right there. Like, third place, it's there. It's there. We can flirt with it. There's nothing wrong with a bit of flirting. Yeah, if you're a single man or not, by all means, you do you. Just make sure you don't get caught. But no, look, Sesko again. What can we say? He done it against Fulham. He done it against West Ham, and he done it today against Everton. I mean, you have to give it to the lad. He's been massive. I mean, Aston Villa play Wolves away. What is that? I don't know why my thing is in Irish, by the way. 4 days time, so that's what? Friday night football. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Our next game is Palace at home on Sunday, so yeah, we should win that, you hope, especially at Old Trafford. But yeah, massive win. This is a match reaction that you can sort of do too, as dissect the performance. I talk about how big the result is, and to be honest, I will talk about the performance, but I mostly want to talk about the result and how big it is and how much we needed it to get back into the top four and to be 3 points behind Villa, because there were different times this season where we've had a chance to get in a good position, and we either lost the game or drew the game. So today we took the opportunity that came to us, and we got back into that good position. But like I said, I felt like we had to defend a million corners, and if Onana or Bayern there are in goal for Manchester United today, I genuinely think we don't win that match. I think we lose. I think we lose. Onana would have crumbled under pressure on them Everton corners and Bayern there. Lemons was strong and either caught the ball or punched it away. There was no messing about. That's what you want. Just get that ball out of danger. And that's what we had to do. And look, yeah, performance wasn't great, but neither was Everton's. Same. Look in the second half, there were times where they were dominating, they were hitting us, they were putting the pressure on. The fans were pretty pushed up, which gave us that freedom to hold on a sec. We can, because we do struggle to break down the low block. Bruno Fernandes wasn't great today. They made sure to keep Ahmad quiet and Bumo quiet. Sorry, not Bumo, Bruno quiet. Bruno got the assist, and Cunha, doing very well as well. So there are people up there for man of the match today, but well, you could have, I thought Euro played well, Maguire. I mean, we got a clean sheet, so, it's not, I mean, clean sheet against City, clean sheet against Spurs, Everton, 3 clean sheets in a row, 3 clean sheets since Carrick's come in. So, and again, by the way, 10 games unbeaten. That's mad. 10 games unbeaten. That's not bad. If you told me you're going to be 10 games unbeaten, I would have said lovely. But do we win most of them? I don't want to be drawing 10 games in a row. I just don't. But look, I'm off along here. It's pretty late, but I can't see many people complaining about the results today. I can't. I thought I was talking to a cousin of mine who's a United fan, and I said I think Cunha done a lot better when Sesko came on, because it's very hard for us to do a lot, because Everton. Look, I don't really rate Tarkowski. I don't really rate Michael Keane. And I felt like Sesko was a player that could have got to them, and he did, because Sesko's fast. Like, you've seen it for the goal. Maguire heads out to Cunha. Cunha, good ball out to Mbumo. Sesko puts the burners on and it's gone. And I think it was Tarkowski. Tarkowski just couldn't keep up. Lays it off to Sesko. Sesko it was a brilliant goal. Bottom right hand corner. Goes away to celebrate. And it was a massive goal. It was a massive, massive goal. Look, every game is not going to be... You're not going to get 10 out of 10 performances most games. Sometimes you're going to get it wrong. Sometimes you're going to get it right. Today, I hope Carrick is looking at it now thinking, okay, I need to play Sesko. Sesko has helped us twice lately. Well, 3 times actually. Fucking Fulham as well. I keep forgetting about Fulham. And then obviously I have West Ham and Everton tonight. So it was huge. So yeah, look, I know you look at, Mbumo, Ahmad, Cunha, I know, when Carrick came in, they were flying, but I guess at a stage where if we're going to play a low block, like Palace will, again, Palace looking at it away from home, they struggle to break down low block, we need to get at them. I'd fancy us to beat Palace, to be honest with you. They're going through a bit of a weird phase with obviously Glasner and performances and all that, but Sesko has to start. Sesko is, I think, who said it? Gary Neville said it. And look, I don't agree with something Gary Neville has said, Man United legend and all that, but he did say Sesko can be a very awkward player to deal with. for the opposition. You don't know what to expect from him. Look, sometimes we don't either, but in recent games, we've sort of got the gist of what we'd the start of what we like to see, which is playing well, scoring goals. That's what we brought him in for. He's quick, he's young, he's fast, he's tall. I mean, he's what you expect in a striker, I suppose, a target man. He's not a slow striker either, so he can get the ball to his feet and he can run with it no bother. Wouldn't be as big as Gyökeres in terms of build, but he can do, he can do a job. He could have had two, could have had three. Kilby was running through when he tripped over himself. And then in the end, where Pickford just comes out and sort of not distracts him, but sort of, takes the heaviness off the touch Cunha got, but not Cunha, Sesko got. So look, who do you drop? I mean, look, he made, Carrick made another ballsy decision, took off Ahmad, and it worked out well. Took off Cunha last match and it worked out well. So, things about Carrick, say what you want about him, but you can't fault the subs he made. Obviously, Mbeumo came off with a cramp because he was just running all over the gaff. I thought he didn't do too bad. Look, it wasn't the best version of Mbeumo or Ahmad. You could even say Cunha to a certain extent, but I thought Cunha done a lot better when Sesko came on. They're still dangerous players. But yeah, I thought we defended very well. I even thought when Everton were putting pressure on us, even on set pieces, I felt like we were sound. I felt like we were pretty comfortable there. It would have been, maybe would have taken an Everton shot, the flex off a Man United player goes in the net or the corners, put the keeper under pressure. But I don't think they realise it's not Onana or Bayinda anymore. It's Senny Lemans. It's the big man himself, the big Belgian. They were the big Belgian helping us one end and the big Slovenian helping us the other. I mean, you love it. But yeah, look, if we're going to talk about the performance, it wasn't great, was it? Wasn't pretty. But you know what to say, a win's a win. And sometimes to achieve something like a top four, or even a top four, you do sometimes just, you never really got to play well, but you just about get over the line. That was one of them today. I said it in the preview, many others were saying it, we'll win, but it won't be easy, and that's exactly what it was. We won, and it wasn't easy. Everton's home form isn't great, but it's still Everton at the end of the day. They do have some good players. So, I didn't expect Manchester to turn up there and beat Everton with his. We don't really do things like that. I can't remember last time we beat it. I think last time we beat in the Premier League, but more than, we beat them fairly well. Was Everton under Ruben Amorim last season? I think it was when he scored. I think it was a Rashford and Xerxes brace. I mean, Jesus Christ! One is at Barca, one is not really getting a lot of minutes, Manchester United anymore. So and the manager's gone. But look, I'm going to take it. That'll set the week off really well. When Man United don't win a match, my humour is don't approach me until at least 2 or 3 days after that. Just, it's not for your safety, it's for my own safety. Because, obviously I'm doing things in between, but Man United are always going to be on the mind. So, look, I'm looking forward to Sunday now. But, look, they kept Bruno quiet, which, Postecoglou said it in his in the thing on the overlap. Keep Bruno quiet and you can get a Manchester United. Where Bruno was quiet today and we still won because we have Cunha, we have Mbeumo, we have Ahmad, we have players that can sort of Kobe. Which we need to improve obviously with the performances. I don't know. Do we say it was 14 games without playing? Gonna be a bit rusty. I don't know. But look, at the end of the day, we got the win. That's all that matters. And again, it's all thanks to the big man, Benji. You have to give it to him. You do have to give it to him. He's scored a lot. He's been an impact off the bench, but I think we're gonna have to start starting. I think Carrick's gonna have to consider it. Look, if you had to ask me now, it's hard to say who I wouldn't drop Cunha. Cunha. I know in the preview I had him dropped, but I was sort of thinking then he can drive the ball. The things about Cunha, you get the ball, he'll drive and he'll run at you. Like he won't. He's not afraid to run at teams. So that helps. And Mbeumo's quick, and Mbeumo has that class. Ahmad is also he's not afraid to run at the defense. So if I have Cunha and Mbeumo and Ahmad, I can see him dropping Ahmad. So maybe that's what he'll do. I don't know. Look, he may go with the. He may still stick with Cunha and Mbeumo and Ahmad. He may do that. I don't know. But look, this has been the match reaction. Manchester United beat Everton 1-0 at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Sesko strikes again. Huge win. Back in the top 4. 3 points ahead of Liverpool. 2 points ahead of Chelsea. 3 points behind Aston Villa in third. Lads, chill out. We're on to something good here. This has been the match reaction. Like, comment, subscribe, follow social links in the description, and I shall speak to you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Come on!